CAST co-founders David Rose and Ann Meyer explain how the term Universal Design for Learning was coined.
In our very early days, we worked with software that had been designed and developed by other people, but it became very frustrating very fast because there weren't very many options built into these programs that could adjust them for different learners. So we started to design our own programs and test them out, take them into classrooms with our students. And one of the things that became very clear right away was that it wasn't just the student with the identified disability who was interested in using these prototypes, it was all the students. We worked on this idea of equal access to learning and to the curriculum, and that really led into more serious work in the design and development of curriculum.
Another transition for us was this was new, and we talked about it as our equal access program and so on. But we had a board member, Katie McGinnis, who was an architect, and she asked me to go to an architecture convention was being held in Boston with her because she wanted me to meet somebody. And that turned out to be Ron Mace, who I had not heard of until that time, who was the person in architecture who coined the term universal design. So I met him, and Katie explained what we did, and I talked a little bit about it and described the software that we had been designing. And he said, that sounds like universal design to me, but in education. We wanted to indicate the difference between architecture and what learning required. So we had, I remember, a number of meetings, and I do remember that Ann came up with it, let's call it Universal Design for Learning, and of course we had to vote and so on, but that did win, and so that's how the term got coined.